let's get to the video.
Well, I didn't do this. Can you just hold up? Where the hell did that come from? What?
Hey.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. What?
It's me.
What?
I paid for it.
Why?
Because you deserve it. You do so much for me. All
What?
the time, every day, and
What?
yeah.
How?
Hey.
How?
Hey.
What the? What?
Hey, come here. You deserve it, okay?
What?
I love you so much. No.
Dude, why did you do that?
Because I love you, babe.
No, that's too much, Kate.
No, it's not. It's not even enough.
Now I can't help but watch that video without getting tears in my eyes and that little frog you hear in my throat. This is one of the most touching videos online. But as you guys know me, even though I can cry to Make-A-Wish Foundation commercial, I can also poke fun and have a bit of dark humor about everything. Now, if I was the man in that car, would I feel greatly appreciated that she cared enough about me and went out of her way to pay off half the mortgage? Yes, gosh, what an amazing, amazing gift. Now, that having been said, if you go and watch the full video, what she says to the camera before, she says, I made the next 10 years of his mortgage payments. But she didn't. She actually paid down half the mortgage, which in the case of when this was filmed, rough estimate is you probably have like a 3% mortgage, something like that this gentleman had that she just paid off half of. Now, not knowing exactly how much the mortgage is, etc., I just did some rough math, and assuming that was a $300,000 mortgage, of which she paid off $150,000, the total cost of wealth of having paid off a 3% loan, only halfway, mind you, meaning his next mortgage payment's exactly the same. Meaning he's still just 90 days away from, if there was job loss or some significant catastrophe, he's only 90 days away from being foreclosed on still. You see, the moment we put new money into our home, we guarantee that we can't get that money out unless we have a conversation with the bank where we make known that we're still a good financial risk and they can lend that money to us again, having the house as collateral again. But you see, in this case, with getting half of it paid off, he has no new access to money. He has no control of money, able to let it grow for retirement. He has no way to redeploy that money unless he now borrowed at potentially higher rates to get that money back in motion. So after the whole conversation of thank you and I love this guy to death, and you could tell how impacted he is by how high his voice is getting, just trying to get through the tears. And yet, maybe when it all cools off, he's going to be crying again, because from my rough math on that amount of financial decision, paying off about $150,000 of a $300,000 note, that's total lost wealth to this family that they're just getting ready to start. The lost wealth is about $400,000. And so for this family, yes, they're starting out. Yes, they've got a home that's now half paid off. But what they also have is no money growing for their children's education. What they also have is no money set aside for emergencies. Well, at least not this extra $150,000 she paid down on the mortgage. They don't have the same liquidity to buy an investment property or a business. You see, when we take that money and lock it up in our homes, we now have to qualify to get it back. And now don't misunderstand me. We are a fan of paid off homes. What we're challenging in this financial current, the financial common sense that's out there, what we're challenging is whether or not you should do it interim. What I would lay out to all of you is no matter how much you pay down your mortgage, you could owe just $20,000. And yet you're still only 90 days away from having that home taken from you. And now that this home has even more equity, it's more attractive for a bank to foreclose on should there be a tragedy. So what they now have is extra money put into their mortgage that they cannot get out. But what we want to be able to do is get that house paid off, but not slowly over time. Let the assets build up elsewhere on your balance sheet and pay it all off at once, because the more you pay down a home mortgage, if you go to our channel, search mortgage, you're going to find some of our past episodes that deal with this specifically. I'm going to ask Marla to link them down in the description. But what you're going to notice, when we pay it in, it's difficult to get it back out, or at least we have to qualify to get it back out. But if what we do is pay it off entirely, we've now alleviated the debt risk or the potential foreclosure at any point in the future. So with that, in a moment, we're going to watch a little bit more of this video and just see the love and joy in this young couple. But with that, what I want you to be aware of is what you can do to better increase your finances and be more efficient making decisions as a couple after having examined this choice, say pay off the house by $150,000, or keep control of your money for the next 30 years so that you can then make the choice which of those two decisions are better. And if you don't have a coach or advisor that's helping you do that now, be sure to subscribe to More Than Commas, where we're going to bring you things that are going to help you build your wealth. And we're also going to talk to you about living a wealthy life, hence More Than Commas. We'll see you next week. In the meanwhile, get back to living a great life and enjoy this couple.
I don't get that.
Hey,
How did you do that, Kate?
I called the bank and I made the payment.
Don't! No, I don't want that, Kate.
Hey, no, look at me. You do. Okay,
Why did you do that?
Because I love you and you're going to be my husband and you deserve every single good thing in this world, okay?
That's way too much, Kate.
It's not even enough. Come on. I love you, okay?